Welcome to In the Know, unveiling the greatness in you.
I'm excited because I know what it's doing to me. And I know, though, because my mind is being made right, I understand that this is going to be a long time. I understand that endurance means prolonged suffering, even when I'm fatigued, even when I'm stressed, even when I'm going under mental duress. I got to keep going. I can't quit. I can't stop, because the more I look like Christ, they're bound to talk about me a little more.
So with Bridging the Gap, what we come to do is bridge those gaps. A lot of times the children are hungry, and so they struggle paying attention in class because of the lack of food. And so what we've done is we've partnered with local school district, local charter school, and different regions to assist in distributing food to those families.
Hey everybody, welcome. We are live in the studio here at Worship Radio, and we are here at In the Know. My name is Shontell Michelle, and listen, I need you to tag, I need you to share, I need you to invite, because guess what? In the Know is back! Yay! Give it up, come on. Let me see you pump those hearts, pump those likes. If you are watching us on Facebook, please tag, please share. Invite someone to tune in on tonight, because this is going to be a phenomenal night. We are going to have some guests on that you are going to love. Listen, get your popcorn, get your juice, whatever you got to get it and get excited about what's going to take place on tonight. We are going to be talking about the balance, and we'll talk about it a little bit now. But let me tell you, if you're watching us on YouTube, we are on YouTube. I need you to I need you to subscribe, as you can see across the screen, subscribe to our channel, In the Know 313 on YouTube, and hit the little bell so you can actually get notifications when we go live. We'll be here every Monday night for the month of March, and then on, talking to phenomenal guests all from all over the world. And you never know who might show up in the know. So I'm getting excited, and I'm very excited that you are watching with us on tonight. In the Know is also on Facebook. You can go like our page, follow me, and also all of our phenomenal guests. So I'm so excited to have you with us on tonight. I wish I could see who was on, but I'm going to not pick up my phone right now. We're going to be right back in 1 second, and we're going to come back with an awesome segment. So stay tuned.
Shop Royal Bling, where everyone feels royal.
You can find the latest in bling merchandise at royalblingshop.com. You will find Boss Lady, Man of War, I Am King, Closing Deals with Heels, Faith Over Fear, and all of your designer masks and much, much more. Make sure you go to royalblingshop.com. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to In the Know. Thank you all for tuning in. Once again, this is Shontell Jackson. I am your host, Shontell Michelle, and I have sitting with me, none other than my friend, and her name is Takesha. So this segment, we're going to have what we call friendly advice. And with the friendly advice, we're going to sit and we're going to talk to you. So if you have you want some advice for some of the topics that we're going to be talking about tonight, I need you to type them in your comments below. So we're going to be talking about, so me and Takesha, we've been friends for how long?
Like 26 years.
26 years.
A really long
A really long time.
time.
So she's given me some amazing advice, and so have I given her. So tonight we're just going to kind of do some girl talk. Y'all gonna hear us talk. And so one thing that I love about Takesha is that, first of all, say hi to the people.
Hello. Or I just want to say hey now. That's what I say to my friends. How are you? I'm so glad you're tuning in, and hopefully you enjoyed this. Come on.
You gotta say how you doing.
How you doing?
She always do that to me. She be like, how you doing?
Hey, Wendy.
Hey, right. So we're once again excited. Thank you again for joining us tonight for In the Know. This is our premiere show. We've been off for a few months, and we are back, and we're back full in effect. And we thank you for always coming back. Even we might go on a hiatus, and they always just be like, where are you at? Where are you coming? And so here we are. So shout out to everyone that follows us and who's been tuning in since this started in 2016. 2016, and so we are excited. So basically, you have always been like my confidant. Like I would go to you with different things, especially dealing with relationships. So, So some of the things that we've talked about, as friends. So listen, if you have any advice about the topic that we're about to say, please type it in the comments. So today we're going to talk about a little bit. For me, I'm gonna let y'all a little bit into my world on how we operate. We talk about relationships. So one day, after my last marriage, you had told me after everything, the dust settled, you was like, no more Build-A-Bears.
Absolutely not. No more Build-A-Bears.
So, I mean, let's talk about it. Yeah. Because I was a little offended. Just a little bit.
Or a lot.
So what do you mean?
Well, I think that, anybody who's ever shopped at the Build-A-Bear store, that you go and you basically create the bear that you desire.
Okay.
So I wanted Shontel to stop seeing the could be of a person and take the man for what he is at the time.
Okay.
Not to say that, you can't help to launch people forward, but I felt like at that stage of life, she was past that. So she was beyond that. She was better than that. She needed to have somebody who was together and knew what he wanted.
And that was some friendly advice that you gave me, although at that time I didn't really want to hear it. But this is what this segment is about. It's the truth. Just to have friends come in, sit with me. A lot of you all watching, some of you are my friends, and you have given me some awesome advice. And I wanted to bring you all on. I thought this segment was really cool to bring you on to kind of bring them into our world, kind of how we talk on the phone and stuff. Yeah. So you basically saying no more Build-A-Bears. So now every time I meet somebody, I ain't gonna even I hear her in my head be like, no more Build-A-Bears. No more Build-A-Bears. And I just keep seeing this bear being built. And I'm just like, no. Takesha said no more Build-A-Bears. And then guess what? 2 other people came and told me the same thing. Yes, yeah. So no more Build-A-Bears for Shontel. Amen. Somebody said I'm weak on that though. I'm so using that.
Like, no.
Okay, that's advice you've given me for my relationship. So
Yes.
let's also talk about like family or even just like, sometimes Takesha, I know Takesha is like, she called me Oprah, right? Like we would be at church and I met her at my dad's church. So we would be at church and she'd be like, come on, Oprah, come on, because I would have a line. And this is no joke, right? Come on,
Right,
let's
it's
talk
true,
about it.
It's true.
So
Just a line of people who want to talk about whatever, want to share a product with you, a new idea,
right.
something.
So she be like, come on, Oprah, I'm your gal.
Yeah,
Come on, let's go.
let's
So
go.
I would be like, well, the people need me. And so she was saying that, what did you say earlier about the empathy part, like for yourself? So this is what I'm like, come on, Takesha, you gotta open up. Like people.
Like for my personality, I am not sensitive, meaning that most things do not hurt my feelings at all.
Right.
Like I am indifferent sometimes to a fault.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very easy for me to establish boundaries with people.
Right.
And boundaries with my time and space.
Right.
So
she's so big on that.
You know, like, wait a minute. I need you to back up. Service is over. The prayer line has ended.
That's how she would be. I'm like, hold up. She'd be like, come on. She would drag me out to church.
Let's not do that. That's not what we're doing today.
So basically, you were saying like, I taught you. What did you say earlier? You was like, I taught you just a little bit more about empathy.
Yeah. Because a lot of times, I would tell Shontel like something I said to somebody or I offended them and I really wasn't trying to.
Right.
And she'd be like, did you said that? Like with just a straight face? Like, are you serious? And, it takes time because, when we deal with people, we have to learn to accept, their personality and hope that they can accept our personality as well. It should be an exchange. So, I'm still a work in progress because I just think it's better to say what is true a lot of times, and then especially when something is a waste of your time, like going back to a relationship.
Right.
And somebody who is just not acting right. I also would tell her and other of my girlfriends, don't attach married values and systems to these unmarried relationships.
Yeah.
Stop dealing with this man like he's your husband and he isn't. Because, you don't have to go through the gifts of the Spirit. You don't have to long suffer for some old guy who took you to dinner twice. Like, get out of here.
Right.
Moving on.
Does she always, that's her favorite thing to say is get out of here. But her advice is always, so if I don't want to know the truth, I don't call Takesha. If I don't want to know the unadulterated, cold truth about something that I'm dealing with. So if I'm trying to keep it a secret, I do not call you.
She will not tell me. I will not know the secret. Like
until I'm ready to tell you. Until it done blew up sometimes. Right.
Like, seriously? That's what happened? Yeah, and I'm like,
but like he was a Build-A-Bear. I was trying to hide it. He was a Build-A-Bear. He was a Build-A-Bear. So basically, that is what how we communicate. So you should. I'm thankful for my friendship with Takesha because we've been through so much together. A lot, and we can probably this segment could be a show by itself. But all is well. It's good to have friends and people that you can actually count on who will give you sound advice, friendly advice. And although the truth may hurt sometimes, it's still all right. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. So let's see if we got anybody in the audience. You can kind of look on your phone and see if they want to. Does anybody want to ask anything? Genesis says, I know T is out of her comfort zone, but she looks amazing.
Oh, thank you, Genesis. I know, right?
Look, Takesha, I had a whole different outfit. Takesha was like, I'm coming with sequins on. I said, hold up, I got a sequins outfit. Let me put that on. So that's why we looking like the Supremes up here.
Pretty much, yes.
I love it. So that is it, y'all. That is our segment for friendly advice. We will be right back. I am telling you, you do not want to miss the next part of the show. Please continue to tag, share, and invite. Hey, I see all y'all out here. Let's get some shout outs right now. Genesis, thank you for watching. Katura, thank you. And Tawana, thank y'all for sharing. Hi, Chosen Lakina, thank you so much. I see Andrea, one of our guests is on. Listen, Pastor Shontel Warren, Apostle West, everybody. I don't want to start naming names. I love you guys. We are back. We are here in full effect. And this is In the Know. Stay tuned. Listen, you got to watch these sponsors. Listen, these are sponsor ads, and they sponsor. We have sponsors. Somebody give it up for us. I need y'all to pump the hearts. I need y'all to pump the likes. I'm about to run up in here. Let me tell y'all, the sponsors came through. We have sponsors. So if you would love to be a sponsor of In the Know, we have great sponsorship packages, and you can be a part of it. And as you can see, I'm like shouting out In the Know and Black CEO. Black CEO, you got to check out Black CEO. Mr. Trevor Ott is the founder of Black CEO, and I want to represent Black CEO on today. Come on, y'all. Let's go. We will be right back after these commercial breaks.
I'm excited because I know what it's doing to me. And I know, though, because my mind is being made right, I understand that this is going to be a long time. I understand that endurance means prolonged suffering, even when I'm fatigued, even when I'm stressed, even when I'm going under mental duress. I got to keep going. I can't quit. I can't stop, because the more I look like Christ, they're bound to talk about me a little more.
So with Bridging the Gap, what we come to do is bridge those gaps. A lot of times the children are hungry, and so they struggle paying attention in class because of the lack of food. And so what we've done is we've partnered with local school district, local charter school, and different regions to assist in distributing food to those families.
No matter who you are, no matter where you come from, there is a force that unites us all. Join the movement and let your lips do the talking with Aide Cosmetics, available on aidecosmetics.com.
Well, guess what, y'all? We are back. Welcome back to In the Know. I am your host, Shontell Michelle, and I am so excited once again. I know you probably say, why she always say she's excited? Because I am. And I know some of you all heard me in the mic fussing. It's okay. That's why live is so blessed, right? Thanks once again to my good friend Takesha for coming in and doing the friendly advice segment with us. Listen, if you have any advice that you would like us to go over and give you during the friendly advice segment, then please email us at inthenowdetroit@gmail.com. That's in the know Detroit at gmail.com. I have people also working, posting in the actual feed the certain things that we're saying, and then you will also see it going across the screen. So I'm so excited. Once again, here we go. Let me tell you, when I first was recreating, we were revamping this show, these are some things that I heard in a time of prayer that we should do to make the show a little bit more live, more fun, just opposed to just interviewing someone for a whole hour, and that can get kind of mundane and kind of boring. So this one idea that I received was to do something kind of like Hot Topics, but it's called The Gospel Truth. And I am so excited that I have someone here to share in this segment with me. And he is my brother from another mother, and none other than my friend Jives. King Jives. Let's get King Jives on, and we're going to just talk about some of the things that's happening in the world, and gospel world, and also the secular world. And we're going to have some hot topics. What's up, Jive? How are you?
Hey Shontel, how are you doing?
Good, good. Thank you for coming on. This is King Jives, and I'm Queen Shontell. Ah! It was so funny, Giles, when I was going through looking for because you was taking way too long to send me your credentials, and so anyway, I was looking at your page and I saw your cover photo. I'm like, oh my God, he got the king chair, and I had the idea to have this queen chair. I'm so extra, but guess what? This is the way God has created me, and this 2021. I am going to be my authentic self, true to who I am, and this is one of the things that I believe that I am. I am a queen, and so shall it be a king here with me on today. So y'all give it up for my friend, Mr. King Jives, known as also Elder. I said he gave me the whole title, baby. I was like, Elder, how you say your first, DeMario Jives? Jives, is that your real last name? I thought that was like your stage name.
No, that's my real last name.
That is your real last name. Awesome. I love it. I love it. So I love Jives. Come on, follow King Jives. He can be followed on Facebook, YouTube. He has his own YouTube page. He's a social influencer. He's an activist, and he's also an elder, as he has put on this title. I'm loving this, and he is such a joy to watch. I've been following him for about a year now. It's been a year, and I'm so excited that he has joined us on tonight. So we're gonna go into the gospel truth, and so what we are gonna talk about is just some of the things that we tradition. What about tradition, man? Tradition and religion. What about that? If you could just type in the comments what religion that you grew up in. Like for me, it was Pentecostal apostolic. Well, really, like not the apostolic, like the apostolic where you couldn't wear red lipstick. Like I would be going to hell right now with the red and the bling. All it is was too much for where I grew up. I couldn't wear earrings or nothing. So, Jives, what's your faith that you grew up in?
Well, I grew up in the Church of God in Christ.
Cody.
And I kind of ventured off into some things, but Kojic Church of God in Christ has been my foundation. But I don't see it any different from anybody else's faith. We believe one thing. Just learn how to do it ways.
So what was some of the things that you couldn't do growing up that, like I was saying, the red lipstick, we couldn't go to the movies, that's really wasn't biblical?
Listen, you couldn't go to the movies. You couldn't go to the dance. I remember one time I was in middle school. I wanted to go to the middle school ball or dance, and I was told I couldn't go. I mean, I had got dressed up, put my little clothes on. It wasn't for the same people. It was not for the same people, and I couldn't go.
Right. So like, how did that make you? I mean, as an adult that you've gotten older and you see and you built your own relationship with God, that's what we're talking about, the gospel truth. Like, let's talk about it. The truth. The truth is that you going to the dance, was that gonna make you any more holier or what?
Now thinking about all of it wish I got a chance to experience it, but I really didn't miss out on anything. I thought I would, but just to live a little, I had to did that.
I mean, for real, like I remember same thing. My grandmother actually let me go to a dance. Now that I think about it, 8th grade dance, and that's probably the only dance I ever went to. But when I came, and that was down south, so we couldn't wear makeup, we couldn't wear like I said, lipstick, eyeshadow, nothing. I had a greasy face and a jerry curl. You know what I'm saying? It was just like that's just the way we were brought up. So, and it was just like, what now that I'm older and now that my children, they not having it. They not having, my children not having, they just like, look, especially my 18-year-old, he just be like, Mom, we ain't growing up like that, you know, but they still love God. They still generally love God. They have their own relationship with God and they have their own life. So the gospel truth is that some of this stuff that we learned growing up that was tradition and religion was not relationship. So that's why I kind of want to talk about that a little bit. If you all could type in the comments, like, what religion or tradition did you grow up in that you couldn't do? I would like to read some of these comments. Let me see. She said greasy face. I had a greasy face. I got a picture right now, greasy face. And I had a dress on my grandmother had me made. Somebody thought it was a choir robe. I was so, like, my grandmother was the one that, you know, I love her and it's nothing against my granny, God rest her soul. But grandma did not wear any makeup and stuff. She got a revelation when she was probably in her 90s. She started wearing rouge. She started wearing lipstick. She started wearing fishnet stockings, Jive. You hear me? Yes, grandma went to the fishnets, honey, and she had my dad bow and my mom bow her all the colors. Stocking. Fishnets at 90. What they call them, the whore stockings. I'm just gonna say that's what they say. She was like, that's what the prostitutes wear. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she used to say that, but she had my dad and them buying her some straight up. And then she put on some lipstick. I said, Grandma, you got on some lipstick? She was like, yeah, baby. So she even got a revelation before 6 years, you know, she's gone on to be with the Lord. And I'm sure she's in heaven. Yep, I'm sure she is in heaven with her fishnet stockings.
You know what's funny is my grandmother is the same way. She didn't wear pants. If a woman was wearing pants, she was in sin. That was the devil. Man, I don't know what got into them. They put on some pants and they got comfortable and it changed their salvation. My grandma had one time was going to some hair show with my mom and my mom had did her face up and put a little rouge on her cheeks. Come on, a little lipstick and stuff.
Yes.
You know that's old school. I'm sorry.
Rouge is so old school, Jai.
So
we telling our age for real.
So she got liberated in the sense that, you know, my salvation is not in the pants. Yes. My salvation is not in the makeup, but it's in my character. It's in who I am. You know, it doesn't change me, you know, at all. I just happen to put on some clothes.
That part. Literally, that's it.
But you know, religion honestly, it can make you do some crazy things. And you will live your life in a bubble, trying to be pleasing not to God, but to people. Right. Because we find ourselves being pleasing to people, trying to be pleasing to God, when if we just try to get a relationship with Him, we would understand that all this stuff that we try to do down here means nothing. Nothing.
No thing. Talk about it. For real. So that's our gospel truth on today. Jives, I really appreciate you. We had some technical issues, but we did it. We made it through this first gospel truth. You will be back, sir, because we got more to
I
talk
am
about.
so sorry.
No,
I
you're
am
fine. It wasn't your
so
fault. It wasn't your fault. But we have some more to talk about, and I need you to come with your kingly, priestly gear on so we can talk about it. And we're gonna have some more hot topics and gospel truth for you all next time. So listen, now let's get Jives. Give it up for my boy, Mr. King Jives. Give it up. Follow him. You can follow him on Facebook. Also, you can follow him on YouTube. He has a amazing vlog, and everything that he does is just over the top, and I love it. And he is definitely somebody you want to follow. So follow Jives. And thank you again, sir, for coming in. We appreciate you. All right, so that's our gospel truth on today. You do not have to be so stuck up and look like you about to go on to 6 feet under to be saved. God wants you to live your fabulous self in his glory, right? And he made us who we are. So our gospel truth for you today is to be who God has created you to be and do it in excellence, like you see here. Bling. All right, so we're gonna come back and we're gonna get to our guest. I know you all are probably like, what is all this extra? It's because we wanted to present something to you of excellence. This is our first live show back in some months, and I'm in a new studio, and we have a new producer. So we're so glad, and he's doing a fabulous job. We give it up for our producer, give it up for this amazing studio, Worship Radio, and One TV. So thank you so much again for all those who have sponsored us on tonight. If you would like to be a sponsor for In the Know, please contact us at inthenowdetroit@gmail.com. So we're excited. So let's get ready so next you will see our first guest. She hails out of Atlanta, Georgia, and she is a voiceover personality. She's a radio personality. She's worked with countless people that all of us know. She's headed some of the biggest radio stations in Atlanta, Georgia, and we're going to come back with her, and we're going to talk about tonight the balance. And this is Women's History Month. Thank you, Donna, for letting me know that. Let me drink this water. Hold up. I'm trying to tell you, my mouth's so dry right now. I feel like cotton come out of it. Anyway, thank you, Donna, for letting me know that this month is Women's History Month. I did not know it when I had actually got the idea to have women on and talk about the balance, how they're balancing life, how they're balancing career and ministry and children and husband and some single, some married, but they're balancing many business, some still working in several businesses. And we're going to talk about that tonight. We want to help tag every woman, share this with every woman that you know, men too, so they can help the women balance. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. It's Women's History Month. We're gonna raise up and we're gonna rise up, and not in a bad way. We're gonna submit. We know how to submit, but we're gonna show our truth. We are unstoppable. Ain't that right, Donna? We're unstoppable. And I just want you to know we'll be right back with none other than my friend. Oh man, this is amazing. I'm so excited. Andrea Lay Musique. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us once again. This is your host, Shontell Michelle, and we are here with the balance on In the Know. We will be talking to two phenomenal guests, and my first guest tonight is none other than my friend, and I feel like I've been knowing her for so long, just kind of met her, but we connected in spirit, and she is here, and she is with us live from Atlanta. Give it up for my friend, my sister, Andrea Lay Musique. Hi, Andrea.
Thank you so much for having me. This is awesome. And the show is great. I've been over here just laughing. Oh my God, I'm having a ball.
I am so excited to have you on today, and I'm just having a trying to, I thank you for texting me. You was like, don't be nervous, it happens. And for you to be in the industry, and you've been in the industry for so long, I'm honored. Even the other day when we were kind of doing a test run, you were showing me giving me some pointers and, letting me know what to do. And that, for me, this spoke volumes. So I appreciate you. And I thank you for your patience on tonight, because you've been on for a minute, ready to go. So let's get started. I am so excited. Once again, please, tag, share, and invite others to tune in. I know Andrea has people watching from all over. She is definitely not new to this. She's true to this. She knows about television, radio, media, marketing. So we're going to talk about, tell me this. Well, let's do this. Let me see what you have on there. Oh, I like that sweater. I mean, your
Wakanda radio.
Yeah, Wakanda. I love that. So what we want to do right here is called Fashion Forward. Fashion Forward Alert. Fashion Forward Alert. And so what I see on you right now is that Wakanda necklace. That is beautiful. That is absolutely gorgeous. And that shirt, I'm feeling that shirt too. I am really feeling your blouse and all of that. So we want to know, this is a fashion forward. So you got to pay it forward with your fashion. Where did you get your Wakanda necklace from?
Okay, so the Wakanda necklace, believe it or not, I got it on Amazon. I loved Wakanda. I actually had the name of the radio station before the movie came out.
Wow.
So when the movie came out, yeah. So because I love X-Men. I'm really big into that. So I went online looking for it, and so I was able to find this on Amazon. Mm-hmm.
Wow. So that's our fashion forward. So every time our guests come on, we'll find something cute or trendy that they have on, their hair, their makeup, their lipstick, whatever it is. And you will be able to say fashion forward, pay it forward. Where did you get that? So she said she got it from Amazon. Is it called Wakanda on Amazon?
Yeah, if you actually look up and just put in Wakanda jewelry, chances are you'll probably actually pull it right up. Mm-hmm.
Wow. So ladies or gentlemen, get your Wakanda jewelry on Amazon. That's our fashion forward. So let's get to our questions on tonight, because we want to make sure that we get to both of our guests and they get their time that they're allotted. So listen, Andrea, tell me about yourself. Who is Andrea? Who are you and what do you do?
Oh my goodness. So depending on who I am depends on who it is that I'm with. So in other words, I'm a mother, I'm a fiance, I'm a daughter, I'm a caretaker, I'm a businesswoman, I'm a radio personality, I'm a manager, I'm a consultant, I'm a boss. So I do a lot of different things, and so whether it's dealing with my mom, who's older and disabled. My fiance has a disease called dystonia, and it doesn't require too much, but every once in a while there are certain things that we have to do, and it is a lot. So the balance thing is, I love this topic because we as women, we have to do so much and be so many different people at the same time, and I think a lot of times it's frustrating, or people can get lost in having to do so much. They don't know how to balance that and still also be themselves at the same time. So I'm hoping that by this conversation, maybe we'll be able to help them with that.
I love it. So you said that you are a fiance. So that means you're about to get married.
Yes.
I love it. So how long have you all been together?
Almost 3 years as a couple, almost 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah. And we're looking probably sometimes towards March of next year. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. What would you say to the lady that's watching? How did you take grips to being in such a multifaceted woman? Like, you just named mother, your wife, or soon to be wife. You take care of your mom as well. I didn't know that. You take care of your mom, and also you talk about some of the things you've done. This will give them, like, if you see her bio is like very extensive and it's amazing. Like, I'm just honored to have you on today. So talk about this a little bit. Let us go into the world of, I know you talked the other day when we were doing the testing, you talked about how some of the people you work with and some of the things that you've done, and you gave a very great analogy about Jesus that I just need you to share.
Yeah. So
some people tell me I'm all over the place, and you help me with
that. You are not. And I remember when we did first meet, and one of the things that I, to tell your audience, I'm telling you, was that I think a lot of people think that they have to be just one thing, they have to be just good at one thing. And we grow up with that because people tell us as children, what do you want to be when you grow up?
That's
And then they
good.
give you these choices. They say you be a police officer, a fireman, a doctor, an attorney. And in my career, I have done a lot of different things. I was a configuration management specialist for Total Systems at the time, where they only had three in the entire company. Then I went on into customer service. Then I went on to be a loan broker. Then from there, I went into radio. Then in the midst of all this, I've been a general manager for a major hotel, and then I turned around and was the general manager for the entire Atlanta market for the fourth largest radio conglomerate. I've been a singer on Bad Boy, and I've managed singers that are multi-platinum. So, and now I have an app, and the app has a television network, a radio station, and also podcasting. So it's you don't have to be stuck in one area. I also have won 7 cases in civil court, even though I do not have my Juris Doctorate. And the only reason I don't have is because I decided to have children. So you can be good at a lot of different things. And what you'll find is that God will have you be all of these things and have all of these skills, and there's a reason for it. So he'll have you go through different things, and then after a while, you'll just see it all kind of come together. Because if you had told me that in 2021 I would have an app and start to be changing things from a media standpoint for everyone, I wouldn't have believed it. But the analogy that I gave yesterday was that if you want to talk about this from a biblical standpoint, we have to look at Jesus. Now, we know that as an omnipotent God, that means that even though his ministry technically was only 3 years long, he
Right.
not only is realistically not only one of the most popular people, period, but his marketing is still going on to this day.
Come on.
So he actually, from the beginning, was a carpenter. So he was swole, you know what I'm saying? He
Mm-hmm.
helped his father with his business. When Peter actually got on the road, he made sure that to make sure that Peter's family was supported for 3 years, he made sure that those boats were overflowing. Why? Because he wanted to make sure that his family and the business would be able to be financially set, so Peter would be able to be free to do what God needed him to do.
Wow.
Sometimes you have to be blessed in order to be a blessing to others.
Right.
I'm not going to think about paying somebody's bill at the grocery store that's in front of me if I have to count my coins to pay for the groceries I have already. So if we have abundance, it's not for us, it's for other people. So I say all that just to say that it is quite biblical to be in all areas, because Jesus was everything. He was a politician when he had to be. He was a business owner. He handled finances. He actually had a treasurer. So
Yes,
he
he
handled
did.
his business for real. He was an orator. He was a philanthropist because he would feed the masses before he spoke to them. He
Mm-hmm.
did so many different things. He was a physician. He was a healer. Like, so you name it. And he also was caring and loving and was a nurturer. So when we think about all these eclectic things that we can do as men and women, do not limit yourself in one little area. If you have an idea, go for it, because to not go for it means that you are possibly not only stifling your growth, but you are possibly messing up someone else's blessing, because you need to get where you need to go so you can help somebody else. So,
So true. And that's how we met. How about that? And
yes.
ironically, we met on Donna's clubhouse room.
Yeah.
And Donna's our
Hmm.
next. Donna is our next guest on tonight, and we're going to be talking to her very shortly. So we met there,
Yes.
and I was talking. Was Donna has a clubhouse room called the CEO Prayer Closet for CEOs, entrepreneurs, new in season. And if you're thinking about being an entrepreneur, and I was in the room one day and she was praying for people. And at that point, I just needed some clarity and some focus. And I felt like I was all over the place. And that was my prayer request. And that day, I didn't want to go up on the stage, but I did. And that day, I never forget. Two things happened. I got prayer by Chandra Gore. I'm gonna shout y'all out tonight. Lens of Faith Speaks. That's her organization, and I just felt a release. And next thing I know, my friend here, my sister, DM me and just said, "Listen, God told me to help you, and you're not all over the place, and you're in the right place, and you sound just like You remind me of me when it comes to
Yeah.
that, you know, people trying to put you in a box. And so here we are. And so she has opened the doors of her new venture, the Les Musique app. Let's talk about it. Tell us about the app and what is happening with your new app. I'm excited.
Wow. Okay. So before, when I was GMing for Rap Station for Chuck D from Public Enemy, at the time they were more a website oriented company, and I wanted them to be able to do more. And so we turned it into an online radio station. And then I was like, listen, we can develop an app. So a friend of mine is an app developer. Shout out to Marcel and New Media. And we went from there and we built it. So I put mine on the back burner because I like to be really focused sometimes on a specific project. And so even if I have something of my own, you know, if I'm doing something for another cause, I want to just really focus on that. So now that that's up and running and Rap Station is doing excellent, it's time to go ahead and do the app. So what the app is we, as especially people of color, we have so much talent and we give a lot of that away on social media. And what I wanted to do was to give a platform where we could have real estate in the app environment and still at the same time be able to monetize our following. Now, with that being said, that doesn't mean get money from the people watching. On the app, 40% of all of the advertising proceeds goes back to the content providers. It's divided into two sets of shares. One is just across the board, everybody gets something evenly. And then the other portion of those shares is based on the amount of following they have and which areas that they're on, whether it's, radio, television, podcasting, or if their business is featured in the community section. So I'm happy to say that even Women of Douglasville, which I love them. Oh my gosh, shout out to Women of
that's
Douglasville.
excellent.
Yeah, it looks like they're coming to the app too. The Universal Football League is there, and Dr. Dre from Yo MTV Raps, and so it's growing. So that's the whole idea, is that we should be able to feed our families and to support one another in a healthy way, and without having to always feel like you're trying to get, oh, give me money here, buy this, buy that. Advertisers want to talk to our people. They want to talk to our followers. They want to talk to us. So the same way you had advertisers in the middle of these segments, that did not have to cost your followers a dime. So with the app, it's the same thing. It'll allow us to be able to make sure that we can bless your ministry, your shows, and everybody else's content as well. So that's what makes this really different. And we got a whole TV network. Boom, 25 stations. Yes.
Come on. I mean, and it's Black owned and it's by a woman. So that's important. That needs to be known. I'm so excited. Women's History Month, y'all. Women doing big things. The decade of the women. Woman 2000. I mean, this is the decade of the woman. That's what I was told. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to do everything that I need to do to make sure that I empower more women, and also just especially young women. So like the young girls too. And guess what? In the Know will be featured on the app as well as Purpose Prayers. So we're excited to be a part of. Y'all follow my girl. Follow her. Let's get into some more questions. So what makes you already kind of talked about what makes it different, and how can people follow? How can people be a part of the app? If you want to be a part of the app of Les Musique, how can they be a part of it?
Download it. Just go to your app store and just look up Les Musique. And, I think they put it on the screen, so you can go to www.lesmusique.live. You also can just go to your app store and put in Les Musique. It's right there. It's a free app. Download it. The more people that download, the more support we have. Listen, shout out to Clubhouse where we met. That app, literally, we're talking no pictures, no postings, nothing. You just go in the room and start talking. And that app is totally blowing up and connecting people. So we as people of God, oh my God, when we get behind something, things move. So please download the app and support all these content providers.
True. I'm sorry, y'all got me promoted. Oh yes, please download the app.
I love it.
I love live. Kind of, you be pulling your hair off, everything. I'm about to.
You are so good. I'm telling you, got this down pat, girl. I'm enjoying the show.
And I'm honored coming from you. Thank you so much. So let's talk about her social media links, and how to download the app. She already told us that. Give us where we can follow you. Give us where we can follow them. I'm gonna ask you 5 little questions, and we're gonna get out of here.
Okay.
Thank you again.
So you can follow me at Andrea Le Musique on everything, basically. So that's the easiest way. Just search.
And so and it's like, was that? So I love your last name. Was that like your real last name?
Actually, that is my stage name. That's my official legal stage name.
I love it.
I was named by my mom, actually, because my last name is so unique for the privacy of my family. It's very easy to find us. But Le Musique, my mother named that, was the name of my first corporation when I was 19, and it stuck.
Come on, powerful. Okay, so what are some things we can look forward to in 2021? Some more things, because guess what, y'all? We are March 1st. This is March 1st, so we are already almost done with the first quarter of the year. So what can we look for from Andrea, Le Musique, the app? I see so much. I don't want to get on her prophesying. I'm trying to just like stay in my phone. I mean, wow.
Well, some of the things that I think some of the biggest things that you guys can look forward to is that in addition to the app growing, the Lord has blessed so much. There are some very powerful Black women in Hollywood that have kind of taken me under their wing. And so now the people and the content that is on the app has a direct connection to major television networks and movies. And so a lot of this content that people are putting on, we're going to be able to get them in front of the larger networks that will be able to put budgets behind their future endeavors. And so so I'm loving this, because even for people that aren't ready, we're learning, and I'm learning, how to actually get the monies to do the production for things that are just concepts right now. So definitely look for Le Musique to be executive producing things that you see on HBO Max, Netflix, with Bounce TV. A lot of different things are coming. Please keep us in prayer, because of course all these things have to be signed and approved, and they have to like our things better than everyone else's. So look forward to seeing that, and international tours, and a whole bunch more.
Listen, you heard it here first. Well, I think it was first, but I'm going to say it was first.
It was.
Here on In the Know. That's why it's called In the Know. Unveiling the greatness in you. Getting the word out about things like this. The balance. As Andrea has said, she has balanced many things for many people. All things for all people. Just like our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He was all things. He broke that thing down so skinless the other day. I wish y'all could have heard it. It was good today too, but don't get me wrong. But I was in this mud like, wow. Now ain't nobody gonna ever tell me that I'm all over the place and I'm doing too much. No, I love what Donna said. No, you're doing too much. And we're gonna meet her in a minute. I'm asking my son, he's helping me today, to bring me the purple folder, because I really do need it, because I want to ask Andrea some questions, but he's not looking at his thing. I love live. I love you. Gotta love live. You gotta love it, because everybody's sweet. Something. Thank you, son. Just put it right there. Thank you. I need it. Go ahead. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Aww.
All right. Thank you, son. Okay, so real quick, we're going to play these. I didn't have my little, look, I had my little things. I didn't even have them. Okay, we're going to get it together. We're going to get it together. This is the first show. We back. So I got my little crown pen. But let's ask you this question, so we're going to get out of here. All right, so this is like 5 questions I'm going to ask you, fun questions, and we're going to shoot them off, and you got to answer them like one word real quick. Okay. Quick questions about you and give answers. If you could do anything else besides what you're doing right now, or everything you've done, what would you be doing?
Honestly, I think I would probably be breeding animals. I know this sounds crazy, but yeah.
Yeah, but you also would be an attorney too. You would be a great attorney.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would.
Like that. That's dope. Okay. Who is the person in business or life you have never met but would like to meet?
Oh, easy question to that one. Angela Bassett, hands down.
I love it. I think you're gonna meet her. That's done. That's done. Okay. When you go out each day, what do you have to have with you? The one thing you have to have with you besides your phone.
Oh, see, you wrong for that. Okay, so besides my phone, On my I can't say charger either. Besides my phone and charger,
Your American Express card.
No, actually, no, not really. I think besides my phone and charger, it would have to be just my wallet in general. I have a bad habit of forgetting it.
Okay, awesome. Okay, when you're at home, what do you do to relax?
Oh, very good question. Usually to relax, I tend to one, I totally believe in CBD oil
Okay,
tinctures.
let's
So,
go.
that's I'm learning about that stuff, and so that definitely helps with relaxation. Another thing that I like to do is to go out. We have a beautiful 5 acres, so there's like trees and a creek and stuff. So I try to go outside and just breathe for a little bit. And honestly, to relax, I always make sure I get hugs from my kids. It's just that's just the best, and that helps. I don't care what's going
I
on. A hug
love
from those
it.
babies, that just changes life.
Do you know, speaking of hugs, do you know that we are supposed to have 20 hugs a day? It's like good for our health. I read this
Oh, I
yesterday.
didn't know that.
Google it. Google that. I Google because I was
Okay.
feeling like I needed a hug last night, and I was trying not to be in my flesh, but I really wanted a big bear hug from somebody. No names to be named, but yep, I said it. Lord forgive me. I mean, I wanted a hug, but then I said, is it okay that I want a hug? And it wasn't anything like lust though. I just felt I needed a hug, and I wanted. So I read that. Yeah, I read it. It's 20 hugs that we supposed to get a
I
day.
can believe it.
Yeah, 20 hugs. Well, y'all heard it right here first on In the Know. Thank you so much again, Andrea, for coming on and sharing this platform with me. Thank you for all the tips. Thank you for everything you've done in these
You're
past
welcome.
30 days since I've known you, literally. But I feel like I've known you forever. We're going to have some fun when I come to
Amen.
Atlanta.
I
At the end
can't
of the month.
wait.
So I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Once again, give it up for my girl. Follow her, Andrea Les Musique. I got it, y'all. Les Musique. She broke it down because I was jacking her name up earlier. Les Musique. I was practicing today. Les Musique. And so thank you again, sis. Thank you so much for coming
You're
on and
welcome.
sharing the
Thank
platform
you for
and helping
having
me.
me.
Have a great night. We will be right back after this with none other than the DI herself, Miss Donna Izzard.
I'm excited because I know what it's doing to me. And I know, though, because my mind is being made right, I understand that this is going to be a long time. I understand that endurance means prolonged suffering, even when I'm fatigued, even when I'm stressed, even when I'm going under mental duress. I got to keep going. I can't quit. I can't stop because the more I look like Christ, they're bound to talk about me a little more.
So with Bridging the Gap, what we come to do is bridge those gaps. A lot of times the children are hungry, and so they struggle paying attention in class because of the lack of food. And so what we've done is we've partnered with local school district, local charter school, and different regions to assist in distributing food to those families.
Hey everybody, welcome back to In the Know. Get your In the Know merch real soon, okay? Hi, I'm your host Shontell Michelle, and we are here again talking about the balance. we just interviewed a phenomenal woman who's balancing a lot of hats, or if you want to find irons in the fire, whatever you want to call it, businesses. Her life is still fabulous. She's doing it well and with the grace of God. So we are, once again, thank you, Andrea Le Musique, all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, for gracing us with your beautiful presence and coming on In the Know and sharing what God is doing in your life. The Le Musique app, download it now. Go to your Google Play Store and also to your App Store and support the women on this show on tonight. All right, so let's get to our next guest. I'm so excited about this next guest. This has been a long time coming. I have already seen this night happening. I knew I had to be on a platform that, you know, the studio, I wanted to make sure it was all set and ready before I interviewed this wonderful woman. This woman that I'm talking about is none other than Donna Izzard. She hails from Harlem. Wait till y'all hear this. She stands about probably like 5 feet. I'm 5'2", so I'm actually taller than somebody. Go figure. But honey, when I say she is bold as a lion, fierce as a lion, she is bold and just beautiful and still has grace and poise. And she is also balancing, even working a corporate 9-to-5 position in management, and also several businesses, ministry, oh my goodness, and a large woman organization called Unstoppable Black Women. And so I want to introduce to some and present to others none other than my friend, my sister, Donna Izzard. Welcome to the show, Donna.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. Look, we can always have no headphones if we gonna make it do what it do, okay?
You look amazing, by the way. Thank you so much. I know you've been waiting, and we've had some technical things happen, but this is what live is all about. And I love doing live. People are like, why do you like doing live? Anything happen? I don't know. I get a adrenaline rush from it. So thank you. Yeah, thank you again for joining us. And I'm so extra. Everybody say I'm so extra, but it's okay. I love being extra. I love being extra for Jesus. Amen. All right, so let's get to it, Donna. So tell us, who is Donna Izzard? Oh, no, hold up. We got to go to the fashion forward. I got to remember this part because I done peeped out 2 things I love on Donna right now. And one is that lipstick, baby girl. Where did you get the lipstick? Pay it forward through fashion forward. Tell us, viewers, what lipstick is that?
I got it off the Instagram. So what is that? I think it's Juve show. Or Juvie, something, J-U-V. It's a popular brand.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
Thank you so much. It is very
pretty. It fits you well. And them earrings, that's the first thing I saw was the earrings. So fashion forward.
Just before, I live in New Jersey and I commute to New York to work my corporate job, and just before we went on the pandemic, this little jewelry shop by the job, I saw these earrings and I was like, oh, and when I see something that I like, I don't just buy one pair, I buy a couple of pairs. So I'm like, yeah, those are my earrings. I love those earrings. And so I have them in gold, I have them in pearl. So yeah, little store by my job. But that's this. I ain't been back to New York to work since March 13th. Okay. Yeah.
So you still working from home?
Absolutely.
So we're gonna talk about it a little bit. So one thing I love about Donna, met Donna about 2 years ago, believe it or not. Time sure does fly when you're having fun. And she was speaking at the Black CEO conference there where I met her. And when I heard her, I had never seen her before, never heard of her, but she owned that room. And next thing I know, y'all know, a lot of y'all know me, I'm sometimes, if I feel a thing deep down on my in my shanana, I'm gonna cry. I'm just gonna be bawling. And this day, honey, they was rubbing me on my back. They was patting me because Donna she floored us in that room. She wrecked us. And she was I just saw this woman of God just so bold about what she believed in, bold about helping people. And ever since then, I never forget, I went up to her afterwards, tears in my eyes, like, I gotta know who you are. And thank you so much. And we connected, and here we are 2 years later. And I'm just so happy to have you on the show. So tell us about a little bit about who Donna is. All right, who are you? Y'all gotta brace yourself because you ain't ready. You ain't ready. Go ahead, Donna.
I am Donna Izard, and I'm the D.I disruptive innovator, divine instigator. I am an author. I'm an international speaker. I am a corporate professional in the training development area in the legal industry. Been doing that for over 30 years. And I'm a G mommy. I'm a wife. I'm a mom. And I am the founder of the Unstoppable Black Woman movement, which is my baby. And that is a movement that we teach and empower women of color to dominate in business and in their career and embracing all of their B's unapologetically.
Yes.
And men say, well, what are the B's? What are the B's? The B's are coming. Black, beautiful, brilliant, bold, and business minded. So society has said that this is March, which is Women's History Month, but it's our month every day, all day. And so that's who I am, that's who I be.
That's who she is. That's who she be. And let me tell you, that's not it. Wait for it. So not only do you you work a 9 to 5, right? You are a business owner and you work 9 to 5. So that's what we're talking about, the balance. And I just, when I got this subject, when God gave it to me, I said, oh my God, this is it. This is the time to bring Donna on, because she does it so well and with grace. Talk about some of the things that you do. First of all, you work in an attorney's office. Can I say that?
I'm an MBC. And what's an MBC? I'm a minister with businesses and a career. MBC. That's what I am.
I'm telling y'all.
And so
I love it. I love it.
Yes, I work in corporate America. I've been working, like I said, over 30 years. I do what I do. I'm the only African American in my role in the legal space in New York City. I've been doing this for quite some time. I'm also a CEO. And whereas many people, feel like because if you're not a full-time CEO, that you're not a real-time entrepreneur. But I wrote a book. You don't have to quit your job to win.
Wow.
Working at Shontell Investor is a stream. It's not the stream. It's one of my streams. A lucrative stream. Okay?
Donna, can you say that again? You call it a what? Tell
Silent
everybody. Silent investor. I ain't never heard that until I met Donna. I'm like, that right there is amazing. Your job could be your silent investor.
Because most people hate their jobs.
Right.
Most people that I meet, if I'm coaching them, they hate their jobs. And so everything I do, I'm led by the Holy Spirit. And so I asked God years ago, help me help them. And God gave me the download. Okay, you got to look at the job as a silent investor. Because when you change your mindset as to what that job is, then you can thrive. Then you can go. And so if you look at it as a silent investor, not as a job that you hate waking up on Mondays going to, it's a job, but it's a silent investor because it's funding the dreams, it's funding the businesses when you first start out, right? And so many people get it twisted, and they'll be like, "Oh, you know what? I'm out of here. I'm not going to work a job. I'm stepping out on faith." But you stepping out on faith, and you didn't really hear from God. But you stepping out on faith. It's a silent investor. I just happen to love my silent investor. I love what I do because I believe that God positioned me there, not man. God positioned me there to be a blessing, to those that He divinely connects me to.
Wow, and being that silent investor, having that silent investor, like you said, is actually a stream, not the stream, but a stream. So let's talk a little bit about what else are you balancing, Miss Donna, because you have the traveling cupcake. Let's talk about that.
So one of the businesses that I have is called the Traveling Cupcake. And we start with prayer. We travel with love. It's a family business where, you can go there on Instagram, on Facebook, on the website. We do cake boards kind of cakes. We don't play with it. We ain't got to advertise. The product speaks for itself. And so it's one of our streams, right? Again, it's a family business. So my husband is involved in the business. My sister's involved in the business. My daughter's involved in the business, my niece. So we do all of this as a family. So and it's a stream. It's one of those streams.
Wow, I love it. I love it. So what else do you do? Come on. Come
Okay, so
on.
that's okay. So okay, we have the cake and cupcake business. I have the movement, the Unstoppable Black Woman Movement.
Yes.
We also have a training, development, and coaching business that we that I have clients that I coach.
Yes.
And ironically, my first client that I started coaching were pastors,
Wow.
teaching pastors how to have multiple streams of income before pastors understood that they could be a brand.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I've always had the insight that I can teach you how to take what you do in ministry and flip it, and so you can do something that's sustainable for you. Because let's face it, most pastors are bivocational, and then you
Mm.
have pastors who are not, who are full time. But churches, come on, if the church is not growing, then you're not really bringing any revenue unless you're
Right.
going out to speak all around the place. But as you grow older, you need to to create products. So now pastors are doing a lot better now. But I was doing this before people was even calling themselves a brand.
Wow. So you've helped pastors. I remember you was talking one day in one of your rooms and you were talking about how you can take somebody in 15 seconds, you can give them a whole idea and they can run with it and make them have a whole new stream of income. So how do
It's
you
a
do
gift.
that? It's a gift.
It's a superpower. It's a superpower. I often say I was created by the creator to be creative. I know my gift. I know how I flow. And I'm a New Yorker. I'm gonna make me some money. I know how to make money.
Right.
You understand? I know how to
True.
make money. I know how to hustle. I know how to make money. Yes, I'm in the corporate boardroom. Remember, I come from Harlem. Okay,
Right.
we hustlers. Okay, we know how to do it.
I
Okay,
love
and
it.
so, but the gift that I have is the gift of creativity, and we are all creative beings. Like I
Yes.
said, we were created by the Creator to be creative.
Come
We are
on.
all creative beings. However, God just happened to give me a little bit something different. It's my superpower. I can talk to somebody in 15 minutes, and you tell me a business you got, and I'm gonna tell you 10 other ways how you're gonna make some money.
Wow.
That's my gift. Is what I do. It's my gift, and so I flow in that gift. I don't
Yes.
play with it. I don't play with it, and I do what I do. And then I have another business. I have two other businesses. Okay,
Yes.
I also
Come
have a
on.
real estate business. I have a real estate business partnered
Tell
with
it.
I have others that we have a group. We have a real estate business,
Yes.
and I've also partnered with my hairstylist. Okay, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what? I ain't going to keep on be buying all this hair. We're gonna go in business together, and we're gonna do wholesale.
Right. Right.
So I also have a hair business as well.
Wow. So you heard it
Also,
right
I have
here.
multiple streams.
Yeah,
You
multiple
can't.
streams. Mm-hmm.
So many people of color, we always just bank on that job.
Mm.
But we are living in times that jobs are outsourced, and as you get older, okay, sometimes you may be baby boomer or whatever, and your job is outsourced. So now you are left out here looking for a job. But if
Right.
you only had
Mm. Another
other
stream.
streams of income,
Right.
then you would be sitting there. What happened? What happened? Feeling like woe is me, because I've lost out on a job, the job
Mm.
that you was loyal to. But now they decided to move on to outsource you. But you sitting there holding the bag because you did not
Mm.
have another stream or two of income.
So you believe that it's definitely a way to balance everything. How do you do it? How do you tell a woman, if a woman is watching, or anybody, a man too, how do you balance? What makes
You got to have a
yeah.
team. It's that simple. Okay, there's no way that you can do. There's no way I can do this alone. Okay, so let's say, okay, so I work. I work during the week, and so we doing cakes and stuff like that. I decide that we're not going to do cakes every day.
Mm.
No, it's
Okay.
premium. It's premium. Okay, that means we don't take all clients. I ain't got to take all clients.
Right.
So we take a certain amount of clients, making sure it's in a price range that it's going to be worth our time. Because if it's not worth my time, we're not doing it. It's just that
Wow.
simple.
So
Okay, my daughter takes the call, my husband does the delivery, and my sister and I we're baking and decorating.
and they some
Okay,
beautiful
once a
cakes.
week. on the weekend. So that's what that. The hair business runs itself. The real
Wow.
estate business, when we get, when we go look at a building, okay, and if we're gonna do it. It runs itself,
Wow.
but you gotta have a team. And you gotta know so many people try to do it alone. You can't do
Mm-hmm.
it alone. I'm
Right.
not Superwoman. I mean, and you should be people in the church would always be like, "Oh, Di, we mad with you," and I'm like, "Why are you mad with me?
Why they mad?
Why you mad? Because you doing too much. No, chick,
Mm,
you doing too much in my business. You
I
doing too
love
much.
it.
I ain't doing too much. Or did God give you
Mm-mm.
25 hours and He only gave us 24? No, I'm a strategist.
Yes, you are.
I operate in my full brilliance.
Yes.
I'm a strategist, okay? I know how to make it happen. Don't now, if you would like me to coach you
Come on.
and
That
learn
part.
how to make it happen, then you gotta do what you gotta do.
Right.
But don't get mad with me, and especially folks in the church.
Help them today, Di. Get them together. She is the
Okay,
divine
especially in
instigator.
the church, okay? I mean, if they want to know what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and before the pandemic, on the weekends, I would go and speak.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not going to minister, then I'm going to speak for a women's conference.
Right.
And it would be like, oh, every time I turn around, I see you speaking somewhere. Again, do you?
Do
Because I'm going to
you?
do me.
Right. And that's what I love about her. I literally love how she does everything unapologetically and she does it well and she balances it all in such grace and poise. I need you all to follow Donna Izzard. Go to Unstoppable Black Woman Circle. Ask to join the group. Now you got to be in this group and you got to know who you are. And that's
Absolutely.
unstoppable black, beautiful, brilliant, bold, and
And
business
business
minded.
minded. Those are the bees. Those are the bees, okay?
Those are the
I'm
real,
the
look, those are the real bees, right? And stuff I don't know.
listen, I'm
The
the real
real
bee.
bees. Right. I'm
And
the
somebody's like,
real
oh,
bee.
why would you say that? Why would I say that? Like, what am I saying? Do those words start with B? Yes or no? I'm the real bee. Black, beautiful,
Yes.
brilliant, bold, business minded. Which bee are you going to be? They're going to call you a bee anyway. Which bee are
Ooh,
you going to be?
that's good. I'm all five of those bees right there. Black,
Listen,
beautiful,
embrace your
bold,
bee.
brilliant. Embrace
Embrace
them,
your
honey.
bee.
Embrace them.
Okay?
Embrace them. Embrace them. Donna teaches you how to embrace them too. Listen, I need y'all to follow Donna Izzard at Donna Izzard. That's her Facebook. CEO Prayer Closet on Clubhouse. Get on there. Eight. What time do you come on Clubhouse? For
On
those
Clubhouse, there's 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern
And
Standard
I
Time.
didn't know
Right.
you had the young lady on Clubhouse. Isn't that? I didn't know that.
Remember,
Clubhouse,
Clubhouse.
and
Listen,
I've
Donna.
been making some connections. Okay, that's
Connections. Let me
Christmas.
tell you, I've made the CEO Prayer Closet on Clubhouse literally one of the rooms that have changed my life. I know you're
Praise
probably
God.
saying, really? Yes, really. Really. I met some amazing people in that room. Also, it's another couple of rooms that I visit now. And Donna encouraged me to put purpose prayers on Clubhouse. And I did. I was finally went on and did it.
Yeah.
And God has really been, truly been blessing in that room. So join her on Clubhouse. Join her in the Unstoppable Black Woman. Follow her. She's definitely let her coach you. If you are having issues on how to even exit your job, talk about exiting the job. I know we have talked about that. Talk about how you teach how we need to have God as the owner of our business, not the CEO. Yeah, talk about that part. You teach that very well in your CEO prayer closet. How God told you he's not the CEO, he's the owner. You're the CEO. And now talk about that movement. That movement is powerful.
It's really I'm really passionate about it. Years ago, when I first started as being an entrepreneur, still working in corporate America. I read this book, and I read this book was it was that God is the CEO. I read this book, and it said you have to make God the CEO, and it was uh, I want to say he was the COO. He had written this book, and I ran with that, and I'm like, yes, okay. So I started teaching my clients, like, listen, the first thing you have to do is make God the CEO of his business. And about 3.5 years ago, I was in my prayer closet and God spoke to me. I heard God clearly, and He said, "Donna, you got it twisted." I'm like, "What you talking about, God? 'Cause that's how me and
That's how we
I
roll, right? I
like,
love
what
it.
you talking about?" He was like, "You got it twisted. How are you teaching people to make me the CEO of something that I already own?" And
Ooh.
when I got that revelation, it floored me.
Wow.
And then Holy Spirit went on to say to me, "Donna, I'm going to give you a different strategy. I'm going to give, when you acknowledge me as being the owner of the business, sis, guess what? The businesses cannot fail because it's my business."
Come on, that part.
So you walking around telling people to make me the CEO. I can't be made the CEO of what I already own. I gave you the download to that business. I gave you the vision. I gave you the idea. The
Right.
businesses belong to me. And so
Wow.
you are the CEO. I chose you to execute my orders in the earth.
That part.
Chose,
That's my favorite part.
execute, orders. Oh, I chose you to execute my orders in the earth. You are the CEO and I'm the owner. And once I took hold of that, God gave me instructions to teach that in the CEO prayer closet. So I have not stopped teaching that. And yes, there are many movements of you have people, who sign on to God is the CEO, God is my CEO. Listen, do you?
Right.
Because I'm gonna do me.
Right. All
I'm gonna
day.
be obedient. And when I
Absolutely.
did that, my businesses, I always made money. But once I acknowledged that God was the owner and I was the CEO, my businesses took off like no other. Opportunities, doors started opening because it's God's business. And when you acknowledge that God is the owner, you're gonna do things differently. You're gonna
Right.
show up differently
Absolutely.
because it's
Wow.
God's business.
Wow.
And so that's what I teach, that's what I know, and I'm sticking with it. And I
And
ain't gonna
that
apologize.
right, she is not. And listen, you heard it right here first on In the Know. Dada Izar, the DI, the divine instigator. What's the other part? Divine instigator.
And
Disruption.
disruptive innovator.
Yes, disruptive innovator, honey, the DI. So we're wrapping up right now, and I want to what's next for Donna Izar? What's next for all that you're doing now? What's next? What's next?
Well, next I am going to be launching some online courses for the Unstoppable Black Woman. I'm
Yay!
coming out with the anthology. So if you want to be an unstoppable Black woman and you want to write about that, it's going to be different than any other anthologies because I got to do it different.
Right.
Um, and so it'll be an opportunity for you to, be a part of something great, which is Unstoppable Black Woman. Because what I know for sure is that identity is what I teach, identity is what I
Yes,
minister
absolutely.
on. And what I realized was that identity in itself, many women would never say, "I don't know who I am."
Wow.
But when you are not comfortable with who you are in ministry, in the workplace, in your personal life, then truly you don't know who you are.
That's
So
true.
I prayed to God and asked God to give me a word that women could get in alignment with, and that was unstoppable.
Yes,
You,
honey.
so there are many movements talk about unstoppable. There's nobody talking about being a black unstoppable woman.
Right.
Because in itself, we have to be unstoppable. We gotta
Yes.
dominate. We gotta embrace our being unapologetically because when we know who we are, we can teach our daughters
Daughters,
and our
right.
granddaughters and our nieces and our aunties and our sisters when we know who we are.
Wow.
And when you know who you are, what you can do, there is nothing that can stop you. You become unstoppable.
Unstoppable. Woo!
So,
Somebody play that song. Unstoppable.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. We got Quran Hawthorne. I love that
Yeah.
song. Wow, this has been amazing. Come on, we're going to end it by these 5 questions. These 5 questions, and I want you to answer them and answer them truthfully. Listen, if you could do anything else besides what you're doing and everything that you talked about, what else would you be doing?
What else would I would be doing? I'll probably be a restaurant owner. I love to
Wow.
cook.
Oh,
I
okay.
love that's my way of my love. I'm a southerner, with my North Carolina roots. Yeah,
Ah, I bet you
I would
can
be a
cook
restaurant owner.
too. I want
Yes,
some
ma'am.
food. I'm hungry. Right, we coming over. We coming to Harlem or New Jersey. Okay, who's the person in business or in life that you have never met but would love to meet?
Harriet Tubman.
Ooh, that's a good one. Come on, that's a good
Harriet
one.
Tubman.
Yeah.
She's all. I got the spirit of Harriet. Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you get delivered. I'm gonna
Yes.
help you get away. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I love
She
it. Okay, so
was.
when you go out every day, what is the one thing you have to have with you? Besides,
My ATM card.
Amen. That's that. We need that. Definitely got to have that. What do you do at home to relax?
That's the hard one. Sometimes I just sit.
Okay.
Sometimes I just sit and look at the wall.
I love it. I love it.
Sit
I
and
love
look at
it.
the world. Be warm. Be still.
And be still. Yeah, that's good. A lot. And when you are in the spaces that you are in, which is so many in ministry, and your wife, your mom. Are you a nana?
I'm a G mommy.
G mommy. Oh, she
I
is a
made my
G
own
mommy.
name up. I'm a G
Right, you
mommy.
are. I love it. She's a G mommy, and she's friends to so many. She has a tribe of women that truly, truly love her, and I am one of those tribes who
And I
just.
love you back.
I'm telling you, Donna, this has just been a long time coming, and I'm so glad you were able to come on and be a part of the premiere of back. We're back within the know every Monday night at 8 p.m. This will not be the last time that you will be a part of this platform, and hopefully, maybe we can come fly you into Detroit. You could be in the studio with us once we
Listen,
get
I'm
it.
ready to come. This has been
Right.
awesome, amazing, and so proud of you. So
Thank
proud
you.
of you. I remember when I first met you, you was just a wreck.
Right.
And to look at you now, to give God
Yes.
all the glory, to give God all the glory that you were broken, and
Yes.
to give God the glory, you continue to press through, and you
Thank
have
you.
been a blessing to me. And so I give you your flowers. I celebrate and honor the gift of God inside of you, and that's
Thank
what we have to
you.
do as women, as sisters. Celebrate one another, and
Yes.
I celebrate and honor the gift of God inside of you. Thank you.
And I celebrate and honor you too and the gift of God that's inside of you. And listen, y'all, follow my friend, I call her my big sis, the divine instigator, the disruptive. I ain't gonna mess it up. Y'all follow her,
No,
please.
Chantel,
Okay. So
innovator,
divine,
disruptive innovator,
okay, this
disruptive. I will
divine
come and
instigator,
disrupt everything. Yes.
disruptive innovator. So we got it. That's Miss Donna Izard. And those names fit her perfectly, and she is definitely going to be that to all people who she is, and you ain't going to change her, period with the T. So once again, thank you again, Donna. We're gonna get ready to wrap the show up on tonight.
Thank you.
Give her a hand, give her some shout outs, give her yes, hands in the studio, hands on the pump the hearts and everywhere else everyone is watching. I want to thank again the sponsors, Elohim Kingdom Ministries, Elohim Kingdom University, Elohim Kingdom Online, Bridging the Gaps, Family and Community Development Center, also Genesis Wealth Management, and House of Gems for sponsoring In the Know. Thank you so much again. We'll see you all next week.